Please rise if you are able for the graduate procession. Please remain standing until the graduates have been seated.
Take your seats. The procession will begin momentarily.
Please rise if you are able for the academic procession.
In the toil of thinking, in the serenity of books, in the messages of prophets, the songs of poets, and the wisdom of interpreters, in discoveries of continents whose truth, whose margins we may see. We delight in free minds and in their thinking, in the majesty of the moral order, in the faith that will triumph, in the courage given us when we ally ourselves to truth in any form, in the privilege of being co-workers in good causes. We celebrate the unseen goals we share and serve. Let us build a world safe from war and oppression, free and satisfying, one that ultimately furnishes answers for us all. Please be seated. Graduates, friends, and family, good morning and welcome. I am Kiras Garabaghi, Dean of the Faculty of Community Services at Toronto Metropolitan University. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge the land that we are celebrating today. Toronto is in the Dish with One Spoon territory. The Dish with One Spoon is a treaty between the Anishinaabe, Mississaugas, and Haudenosaunee that bound them to share the territory and protect the land. Subsequent Indigenous nations and peoples, Europeans, and all newcomers have been invited into this treaty in the spirit of peace, friendship, and respect. I want to welcome all of you, the graduates, the families, the friends, the colleagues, and distinguished guests to this wonderful moment, a moment that captures enormous achievement and that sets the stage for exciting futures. Today, we have all come together to celebrate this moment. In so doing, we acknowledge the hard work that went into getting there. Every graduate earned their place amongst those we rely on for creating good, just, and caring communities and societies. We acknowledge and give thanks to those who supported our graduates, families, old friends and new friends, teachers and mentors. We also acknowledge that many of our graduates today came back to their studies after many years of professional practice and other endeavors. We salute your spirit and determination, and we celebrate the new connections and relationships that formed during your time with us right here at Toronto Metropolitan University. This moment is about joy, excitement, laughter, perhaps a little relief too. We don't always know what comes next, but I'm confident that with the degree you earned, the connections you have made, and the confidence you have gained, you'll be ready to go out into the world and contribute to making it better for everyone. Congratulations, everyone. I am proud to share this moment with you. To begin this very special day, I introduce to you the Chancellor of Toronto Metropolitan University, Janice Fukakusa.
Good morning, everyone, and graduates, I am proud and honored to speak to you. Today is a time of very well-deserved celebration. We all share our pride in your success with everyone whose love and support has played a part in bringing you here today. You have all been through a remarkable experience. You endured and navigated a pandemic and came through it, achieving your ultimate objective. You succeeded by facing and overcoming unforeseen barriers. Adversity makes us stronger and wiser. Be proud of what you have achieved and never stop learning. Embrace a lifetime of personal growth. The best way to do that is to cultivate your own curiosity, because embracing an opportunity and new challenges will expand your horizons and take you to places that you never imagined. And as you navigate your career path, remember that your work is going to fill a very large part of your day and your life. And the only way to make that time truly satisfying is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep on looking, because you'll know when you find it. And finally, that wherever the next step of your journey takes, I ask you to give back to the community, to your workplace, and to your family and friends. Be a champion for causes that make lives better. For me, those causes are being a supporter in the fight to cure cancer and also advocating for accessible education for all. Whatever your cause is, weave it into your life as a personal passion. And on this special day of celebration, let me close by offering my congratulations and best wishes for your journey ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor Fukakusa. Now please welcome the university's President and Vice Chancellor, Mohamed Lashemi.
Thank you. Welcome to our graduates and graduates, family and friends, colleagues from across the university community and beyond, to the class of 2023. This is an important day for you, and you have our warmest congratulations. You are all graduating at a milestone moment in history. Despite the challenges brought on by the pandemic, you remain committed to your studies, kept connected to your classes, and served your community in more ways than I can mention. Milestone also because your academic journey will be forever linked to our historic name change. What was not changed from the moment you choose to study here to the moment you cross the stage to accept your award are our values. And when you return as alumni, you will feel right at home. Change is a continuing theme at our university, and in 2023, it holds special meaning. We are celebrating a remarkable triple anniversary this year. 75 years as an institution, 30 years as a university, and 1 year with our new name, Toronto Metropolitan University. Actually, you are the first class to receive your degree with the new name today. Each of these on its own is a significant milestone. Together, they represent an evolution that is almost unheard of in the academic world. Reflecting on these milestones, I can say the reason for our success is in this room. As we move forward together, I encourage you to embrace the same steadfast drive and determination that defines us at TMU. Both you and the university look ahead to a new chapter and ensure bright future. A future of promise and optimism, better prepared than ever to meet the challenges and opportunities ahead. To our graduates and graduates, this is your time. You have what is the world is looking for: talent, energy, and new ideas. Your years here have prepared you for this moment. We are so glad that you choose this university, that you immerse yourself in our university community. I hope you are feeling grateful for each other. You have shared a university experience that forges lasting friendships. Which brings us full circle. While we may find success as individuals, as a society, we depend on each other. We need loved ones. We have many with you today. We need colleagues and a community. In French, you know, we never say goodbye. Instead, we say au revoir, which literally means until we see you again. Enjoy your very special day and stay close to your alma mater, for together we will shape the future. Thank you, and I invite you now to please enjoy a short video.
As Canada's most urban university, we represent all that it is to be metropolitan. This word has defined our identity for 75 years, as we've brought some of the brightest and most creative minds together in downtown Toronto. From day one, our mission has been unique: to serve societal needs and prepare students for impactful careers. First as an institute of technology, and then as a rapidly growing university. Through it all, we've been shaped by Metropolitan life, from the density of our landscape to the creativity that pulses through our city, to the diversity of our community. And now, we proudly embrace it as our name. We've grown along the way, but that's only fueled our aspirations to improve lives on our campus, in our city, across the country, and around the world. Join us in celebrating 75 years as an institution, 30 years as a university, and 1 proud year with our new name. We are Toronto Metropolitan University, and we are honored to have you as our graduating class.
It is my great privilege to introduce today's speaker. Dr. Grace Camille Monroe is the Interim Director of the Black Scholarship Institute based in the Faculty of Community Services at TMU. Dr. Monroe is a scholar, a practitioner, a policymaker, and a philosopher whose ability to capture the nuances of who we are and how we can be together in communities of differences and commonalities. She has been a major force of change in Jamaica and in Ontario, and especially at TMU, where she was the program manager for the Presidential Implementation Committee to confront anti-Black racism. Dr. Monroe has written extensively on social development issues such as poverty, youth, adult learning and education, and lifelong learning for international development agencies such as UNICEF, the Inter-American Development Bank, and the Caribbean Policy Research Institute. In her current role as Interim Director of the Black Scholarship Institute, she will guide the development of a meaningful and innovative approach to promoting Afrocentric scholarship, wisdom, and knowledge. Most importantly, Dr. Monroe is an inspiration to all of us in FCS as a woman of enormous courage, grace, and elegance in confronting some of the most challenging issues of our time. Please welcome Dr. Monroe to the podium.
Chancellor Fukakasa, President Lashemi, Provost Inancito Provenzano, Deans, esteemed colleagues and representatives who are joining us on the stage, members of the graduating class of 2023, your families, friends, and honored guests, welcome. I'd also like to pause to acknowledge and honor my ancestors and elders on whose shoulders I stand. That includes my mom. Hi, Mom. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2023. You are among 8,000 TMU graduates who will be conferred with your degrees. Today we come together to celebrate this momentous occasion with you. Recall that this day is an outgrowth of your faith and an ambitious desire to pursue knowledge, to challenge yourselves, and to reach new heights. The journey was not easy. You encountered countless obstacles and were faced with many doubts and uncertainties. You had to juggle your responsibilities, balancing academic pursuits and personal commitments. Each of you have a unique story of resilience and stick-to-itiveness, a distinct set of experiences that have shaped your journey and built the character that will serve you in the many journeys ahead. It is important to acknowledge also the unwavering support you have received along the way, the loving encouragement of families, the wisdom imparted by your lecturers, and the camaraderie you have found in your friends and classmates. They have been a pillar of strength, offering you guidance and belief in yourselves at the time most needed. So take the time to show gratitude. While traditional metrics such as grades, degrees, and certificates hold their significance, the measure of a post-secondary education extends way beyond grades and credentials. It encompasses the holistic development of individuals and equips them with the knowledge and the skills and the values necessary to be engaged, to become engaged and responsible citizens. Over the years, you have been witnesses of TMU's bold and intentional commitment to lead by example through its efforts to create an institution that is welcoming, respectful, and where all members of our community can flourish and thrive. The university, under the leadership of the President, continues to promote proactively measures to enhance equity, diversity, and inclusion and decolonization across every aspect of the university. Through your journey at the Faculty of Community Services, you were exposed to a knowledge for action philosophy and practice. You delved into subjects and engaged in critical discourses that shed light on the number of societal challenges that face us and will continue to face us. As a result, you have acquired a unique set of skills to be able to think critically about the systemic issues and their impact on people and society, to act conscientiously, consciously, and courageously to advocate for and drive disruptive change, and work collaboratively and respectfully across communities. Graduates, you are now an embodiment of those values. You are TMU's ambassadors, now a privileged class of learned folks. But with this privilege comes responsibility. Your education is indeed a tool, but the measure and power of your education lies not in the parchment that you will receive today, but rather in how you will utilize it. Our society is at a critical juncture, faced with growing and complex social, economic, political, and environmental issues that hinders progress, that undermines public trust, and threatens our planetary existence. The society yearns for individuals like you who are not afraid to challenge the status quo, to question conventional wisdom, and to push the boundaries of what is possible. As you enter into your respective fields and industries, remember that you matter, your voice matters, and that you possess the power to reshape communities, to inspire change, and to create a better tomorrow for generations to come. Harness the knowledge and skills that you have acquired, but do not be limited by them. Instead, develop a growth mindset. Be curious, be open-minded, and continuously seek to expand your horizons. Remember, after all, that learning is a long life journey, and with every new experience, you have an opportunity to grow, evolve, and contribute to the world in new and meaningful ways. In closing, to the graduating class of 2023, as you step out into the vast unknown that awaits you, remember that your journey does not end here. This is merely the beginning of a new chapter filled with boundless opportunities and infinite possibilities. Let the passion, yes, the passion that guided you thus far, the perseverance that has sustained you thus far, and the love for what you do thus far continue to propel you forward, recognizing that you are but a small part of a grand tapestry of existence. Show up in your relationships to one another with integrity, humility, and respect, always seeing the best in others, and be steadfast in your pursuit for justice. Your actions, your choices, and your contributions have the potential to make a difference and reverberate throughout time. You were made for a time as this. Therefore, be courageous and embrace the future with confidence, with purpose, and with grit. Graduating class of 2023, go and make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you for your inspiring words, Dr. Munro. As our graduates prepare to come forward, I will take this opportunity to request that you hold your applause until all graduates have crossed the stage. We do, however, welcome spontaneous outbursts of joy, enthusiasm, and even relief from family and friends. That's all part of the celebration. And so all graduates are celebrated equally. We ask that everyone please remain for the duration of the ceremony. Just for fun, I'm going to say that again. And so all graduates are celebrated equally. We ask that everyone please remain for the duration of the ceremony. I now ask to come forward and thank in advance the University Registrar, Robin Parr.
Will the graduates please rise if you're able? Chancellor Fukakusa, President Lashmi, Provost Cianacito Provenzano, honored guests, faculty members, staff, family, and friends of the graduates. I have the honor and pleasure to present graduates from Toronto Metropolitan University's Faculty of community services degree programs. Our graduates include all of those in attendance here, as well as those unable to attend, who are graduating in absentia. I certify that each has met the academic requirements for the awards they are about to receive, and that each has been duly approved by Toronto Metropolitan University's Senate. My congratulations to each of you. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present candidates for the undergraduate degrees in the Faculty of Community Services. Bachelor of Arts in Child and Youth Care. Rawida Abutari, with distinction. Lachlan Allman, with distinction. Matthew Anderson, with distinction. Princess Arbor, with distinction. Janet Bailey. Jacqueline Baker, with distinction. Asema Bangi. Grace Barrington. Fiza Batu. Clarissa Benedicto. Elizabeth Billiter, with distinction. Charlotte Blaine, with distinction. Jennifer Burke, with distinction. Camille Cameron. Zaira Kim Castillo. Leslie Cavan. Derek Chan. Rashmi Chandrakumar. Shafa Chowdhury, with distinction. Wing Hei Chung, with distinction. Chloe Kornakia, with distinction. Riza Cuenco, with distinction. Madalena Daglari. Kimberly Diaz, with distinction. Cassandra Dufour, with distinction. Trin Duong. Sarah Durzo, with distinction. Marlene Edwards. Agnes Arazzo, with distinction. Aviva Falek Marks, with distinction. Munaira Farah. Sonal Farouk. Dua Fatima. Geronimo Gavia. Chelsea Groves, with distinction. Mackenzie Halford, with distinction. Amy Harlow, with distinction. Morgan Hawkins, with distinction. Taryn Herlick, with distinction. Nathan Hill. Naja Hills. Hazel Ideal. Ilhan Jama. Sadaf Kamranirad. Pawandeep Kaur. Nicole Kennedy, with distinction. Kira Kent, with distinction. Aisha Khan. Swati Kuventhiraraja, with distinction. Fatima Lafir. Gloria Lamb. Jennifer Lane. Madison Leonardo. Jordan Lee. Cindy Liu, with distinction. Pauline Lopez. Irene Lockery, with distinction. Veronica Luke. Elizabeth Luna Marino, with distinction. Victoria Macmillan. Jessica McGarry. Avery Makos. Rabia Malik. Jayanchana Malika Abuhamilaj, with distinction. Julia Manuba. Aiko Maske. Caitlin Morrow. Emily McIntosh. Margaret Meyer. Arushka Mohantaraja, with distinction. Stephanie Morera, with distinction. Kayla Ann Nakarato Medeiros, with distinction. Sadaf Nawabi. Bao Gok Ngo. Izihi Ojehana. Omosefe Omoregi. Krista Paz. Lorianne Marie Papasin, with distinction. Bruna Pexoto Pereira, with distinction. Angel Persar, with distinction. Carly Peters, with distinction. Haley Phillips, with distinction. Portia Picard. Shaibeen Punja, with distinction. Arisha Qureshi. Jessica Rionegro. Christine Lira Reyes, with distinction. Courtney Robinson. Jessica Rowe, with distinction. Emily Schnow. Victoria C. Prasad. Karisha Sevaratnam. Lisa Shannon, with distinction. Sophia Kritzia Silfavan, with distinction. Erin Sinclair. Alicia Smith. Festina Smith, with distinction. Olivia Smolczynski, with distinction. Lily Song, with distinction. Joanna Sparidon, with distinction. Asha Surin. Soliana Teshome, with distinction. Janae Thompson. Trinity Valliere. Haley Van Wart, with distinction. Amanda Vo, with distinction. Christy Wong, with distinction. Sarah Yusufian. Bachelor of Arts in Disability Studies. Madiha Abi. Melinda Allen, with distinction. Alexander Arnott. Hannah Baer, with distinction. Caitlin Broderick. Camila Cabello Cram. Mary Ann Castillo. Kobe Dadazio, with distinction. Sonia Fox, with distinction. Erica Friesen, with distinction. Laura Gordon, with distinction. Erin Gott. Sarah Grinstead, with distinction. Elissa Kurtz, with distinction. Robert Letchuk, with distinction. Tiffany Maxwell. Chelsea Medeiros. Titilayor Ogantoro. Taylor Sahid with distinction. Sarwat Shamim. Christian Solis. Alyssa Volpini. Bachelor of Arts in Early Childhood Studies. Juliana Abatangelo. Daniel Akai. Fatma Ali with distinction. Haley Angelo. Sultan Arzima with distinction. Ismat Asif. Evgenia Athanasoulakis. Stephanie Ao Young with distinction. Leah Balkovic with distinction. Sarah Bandali with distinction. Samantha Bourbon. Renji Kai with distinction. Siki Kai. Chloe Kamako with distinction. Ariel Candido. Meryl Carlos. Carol Castillo. Jane Servi. Kylie Chan with distinction. Ki Rong Chen with distinction. Yan Bing Chen. Tiffany Chung. Ashley Colgan. Jade Coltman with distinction. Sarah DeLabio with distinction. Raisa Desai. Sandra Despot. Sahira Dalla with distinction. Anne Dieppe with distinction. Chantel Drabot with distinction. Aishin Duen. Victoria Dong Dao. Alessia Durzo. Dina Isias with distinction. Sarah Fazari. Jayla Fraser. Stephanie Galati. Veronica Garcia Rodriguez, with distinction. Ashley Garlick, with distinction. Gabriela Giraldo, with distinction. Rebecca Gosden. Aya Hamadeh, with distinction. So Young Hong, with distinction. Danny Hu. Yu Miao Hua, with distinction. Yun Ying Huang, with distinction. Robin Hutchison. Christina Intornicola. Nishat Islam, with distinction. Christina Karambatos. Jabin Khan. Abigail Kimet. Jihyun Jenny Ko, with distinction. Margaret Ann Konoff. Deanna Korzan, with distinction. Yan Yi Joyce Kwan, with distinction. Jessica Lagakos, with distinction. Wenli La, with distinction. Xinhua Li, with distinction. Crystal Lee Luen Mang, with distinction. Ji Ching Leung. Galao Li, with distinction. Kelly Lee, with distinction. Stephanie Lichner, with distinction. Zin Lin, with distinction. Katarina Linheres. Feng Chang Liu. Michelle Liu, with distinction. Yang Liu, with distinction. Zhao Wen Liu. Zihan Liu. Shayla Lloyd Ibarra. Charlize Lowe. Alessia Luciano, with distinction. Cameron MacDonald. Rachel Madden, with distinction. Nicole Magalashvili, with distinction. Bailey McDonald, with distinction. Nicole Melihab. Fatma Mohammed. Sarah Muhammad, with distinction. Samantha Montauti. Maya Mulametovich, with distinction. Sadika Mula. Samyu Sonia Ing. Minola Nimojan. Chloe Owan, with distinction. April Joy Pakba. Carolina Padikula, with distinction. Mariah Paul. Patricia Pikarski, with distinction. Francis Quitlong. Shiben Ramesh, with distinction. Emerald Ramprasad, with distinction. Haley Reed, with distinction. Deanne Riofrio, with distinction. Janelle Amira Riofrier, with distinction. Samantha Roberts. Ariel Rosenzweig, with distinction. Sarah Saeedpour, with distinction. Stephanie Saraiva. Yathika Sasitaran. Sarah Sataur. Zainab Sekili. Quinlan Seo, with distinction. Christine Joy Servida, with distinction. Sarah Shihu. Yi Shen, with distinction. Wen Ting Shi. Sachi Shukal, with distinction. Deanna Sierra Cardona, with distinction. Sarah Simoij, with distinction. Chen Tang Soon. Gobitha Srigaran, with distinction. Shelby Stevenson. Ying Yin Sun. Hia Ming Tae, with distinction. Amy Tan, with distinction. Loralee Tolentino. Linda Tran. Yen Tu, with distinction. Amy Underwood. Janessa Voltau. Darren Wong, with distinction. Mohan Wang, with distinction. Yin Wang, with distinction. Ashley Weiss, with distinction. Marin Whitney, with distinction. Lorna Woodliff, with distinction. Maggie Yang, with distinction. Jen Ting Yi Kao, with distinction. Hansen Zhou, with distinction. Bachelor of Health Sciences in Midwifery. Catherine Bondi, with distinction. Laura Borkzin, with distinction. Haley Berry, with distinction. Magdalena Lemens, with distinction. Betty Chen, with distinction. Hannah Cole, with distinction. Virginia Connors, with distinction. Liam Chowski, with distinction. Bryn Draper, with distinction. Emily Eckland. Jacqueline Hines, with distinction. Melissa Lepp, with distinction. Maheen Mariam, with distinction. Maheen is being congratulated on stage by their aunt, Sana Muji from TRSM. Kristen Meekan, with distinction. Krista Mills, with distinction. Akasha Nureen, with distinction. Connie Pegg, with distinction. Isabel Picard, with distinction. Nicole Royer, with distinction. Hannah Sinclair, with distinction. Alms Swagger, with distinction. Jennifer Taylor, with distinction. Kamara Ukachukwu, with distinction. Pamela Vieira, with distinction. Lydia Vishatitsky, with distinction. Lauren Wilson, with distinction. Hanan Yusuf, with distinction. Bachelor of Applied Science in Nutrition and Food. Hossam Abbas. Rukaya Abdus Samad, with distinction. Amel Abu Idris. Kagan Akar, with distinction. Nuseba Ahmed, with distinction. Ruba Al-Rube, with distinction. Alina Ayu, with distinction. Tyra Azamia, with distinction. Francesca Badinotti. May Balili. Sierra Banerjee Kearney. Amanda Beck, with distinction. Michael Bokongel, with distinction. Joshua Bondarevsky. Kelly Cow, with distinction. Carla Caceres Rivera. Christine Shib. Rini Chu, with distinction. Christina Cerrone. Kristen De La Cruz. Hanan Dasuki. Janae Downs. Stephanie Erogulari, with distinction. Mackenzie Green, with distinction. Irva Guldera. Jitin Harjay, with distinction. Gabrielle Haas Ellison, with distinction. Felimon Haynock. Julia Hop Hing, with distinction. Eliza Hunt, with distinction. Anne-Marie Ibrahim, with distinction. Amy Ng. Salia Izhar. Sherry Johnson, with distinction. Apolan Kamran. Mirna Kuri, with distinction. Christine Krupa, with distinction. Tinesha Lachmia. Leanne Lazaro. Elise Levy, with distinction. Luigi Lieros, with distinction. Kathleen Liu, with distinction. Tiffany Malecki, with distinction. Nicole Masterova. Alice McDade. Christabel Menezes, with distinction. Julia Mercado. Arti Modi. Gloria Morgan. Bilal Murad, with distinction. Deanna Najar. Quinn Ni Nguyen. Trang Nguyen. Laja Patel. Shania Puneet. Sarah Kaheri, with distinction. Zainab Raza, with distinction. Stephanie Robeo, with distinction. Savannah Ryder, with distinction. Michael Wan Shang, with distinction. Ri Shi, with distinction. Yi Chin Sun. Tan Phat Tran. Olga Vlasova, with distinction. Bianca Wagan, with distinction. Kyle Woolicott, with distinction. Christina Cancithos. Hao Dong Yu. Jenica Zubair, with distinction. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present candidates for the undergraduate degrees in the Faculty of Community Service. Bachelor of Science in Nursing in Toronto Metropolitan Centennial George Brown Collaborative Nursing. Shira Mamon, with distinction. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present candidates for the graduate degrees in the Faculty of Community Services. Master of Arts in Child and Youth Care. Adebola Adefayoy. Diane Roy. Habibetu Suleiman. Master of Health Science in Nutrition Communication. Melanie Aguiar. Paige Alliston. Cheryl Anderson. Hania Ansari. Bouquet Ira. Paulina Bialek. Natalie Brown. Stephanie Davies. Anne Gao. Kimberly Gittins. Jennifer Halte. Sarah Houghton. Megan Hipkin. Claire Hopkins. Annie Huynh. Ella Corenvain. Angela Lee. Adele Lewis. Eden Maziero. Caitlin Monroe. Warisha Nadine. Dorothy Perelman. Holly Pitters. Prabsimran Sani. Yasmin Sandirli. Ainsley Setsakis. Anisha Vij. Kylie Ward. Winnie Zhang. Tuba Zia. Madam Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of today's graduates.
Hello, TMU grads. I'm Jen McMillan, Vice Provost Students, and I'm so happy to share this special moment with you. Every one of you set a major goal for yourself. And today, after years of hard work and sacrifice, we honor all that you've accomplished. Your degree is a celebration of the courage it took to get you here, of the hard work and dedication you've demonstrated inside and outside of the classroom, of the breakthroughs that have helped mold you into the person you've become, and of the community you've found along the way. Your degree represents more than just the assignments you've completed and the exams that you've written. The student groups, the passion projects, the events and the games, they all represent the many ways you help build this community that will live on well past graduation. Whether your families, friends, and supporters are near or far today, I know they are celebrating this achievement with you. You've completed something significant, and great opportunities await you. As you enter this next phase of your lives, I challenge you to keep growing and using your unique voices to change the world. Never be afraid to be courageous, to be loud, and to be bold. Finally, thank you for choosing us. We're so proud that you'll forever be a part of the TMU community.
Today is about celebrating how far you've come.
And we'd like to take this opportunity to talk about how far you're going to go.
You have become a part of something bigger.
Graduating from TMU is a major milestone.
I still remember exactly how I felt when I was in your seat on this very day. I definitely had a mixture of emotions.
I was just feeling very proud.
At Convocation, I felt very prepared for my career, but very excited, but also a little sad.
Quite optimistic.
Nostalgic.
I felt excited and I felt prepared.
Walking across that stage at Convocation meant that I fulfilled personal goals, but I also fulfilled the goals of the family, and that was really important.
As much as it was the end of the chapter, it was actually the start of something great.
And I had so many questions, like, how am I gonna make my big dreams come true?
Do I have it all figured out?
How am I gonna come back?
So it was party time, but also you got some work to do down the road. Start thinking about it.
As a member of the TMU alumni community, we are here to show you that you have a safety net.
As TMU alumni, you are part of a supportive network of people
who are committed to lifting each other up and helping each other grow.
Today,
tomorrow,
and always.
So just take a deep breath.
Enjoy this moment.
And remember, we're here to support you.
And we can't wait to see what you go on to accomplish.
Well, they should buy the picture frame. Buy the picture frame.
Even a after many years, people make mistakes. Be forgiving. Please welcome Provost and Vice President Academic Roberta Iannacito Provenzano.
Hello, everyone. As my colleague Dean Garbaghi said, my name is Roberta Iannacito Provenzano, and I'm the Provost and Vice President Academic here at TMU. Today marks an incredibly exciting moment in your life. Congratulations. As we bring today's convocation ceremony to a close, I would like us to reflect on the sacrifices and successes that have led to this moment. Take a minute to consider the challenges that you have overcome. Endless study sessions and maybe all-nighters dedicated to finishing that project or getting through some tough exams. Extracurricular activities to balance with a demanding academic schedule. And all of this on top of a global pandemic that pushed and challenged you in ways that you couldn't even imagine. And consider the incredible things you gained along the way. Cherished memories, perhaps at varsity games and campus events, to reminisce about with lifelong friends, and hopefully an appetite for learning to fuel your growth in the years ahead. During your time at TMU, you pushed the boundaries of innovation, flexed your entrepreneurial muscles, and championed diversity and inclusion. Without hesitation or apology, you challenged the status quo and made your mark on our community. I am only one of the many people who are proud of you today. To your family members and friends, I think we need to do a special thank you. No? Your support, family and friends, has been incredibly important to each one of our graduates, and you have contributed to their success in incalculable ways. Finally, I want to reinforce one very important thing. By completing your journey here, you will always be part of the TMU family, an ever-growing group of passionate people doing remarkable work in every corner of the world. As you embark on this next phase, remember that there's no single path to success. You will define it on your own terms. And when you do, I hope that you remember to share your stories with us. A bright future filled with happiness and lifelong learning, and a beautiful day celebrating with your family, friends, and supporters. Thank you.
I would like to thank all the staff, volunteers, and faculty here today who helped make this ceremony a wonderful experience for all. Graduates and guests, once again, congratulations from everyone at the university. I hope you continue to enjoy this very special day. I now welcome Catherine Rohn from the Office of the Dean and the Faculty of Arts to sing the national anthem. For those who are standing, please remain doing so until all of our graduates have left the arena. Thank you for celebrating with us today.